My beloved soul, listen carefully, because this message about your family did not arrive by accident. It came at the exact moment your heart needed clarity. And even if you don't fully understand why you felt pulled to this, deep inside you already know something is shifting around your family, something unseen but deeply felt, and your soulmate is connected to this shift in a way you did not expect. There has been tension, silence, emotions left unspoken, and yet tonight, God is gently opening a path where truth, love, and healing begin to move again, not just for you, but for your family and the one your heart belongs to. Stay with me, because what is being revealed right now is not random, it is divine alignment unfolding in real time. If this message speaks to your heart, comment I receive this love, like this video, and subscribe for more.
There has been a quiet distance, not just between you and your soulmate, but something deeper within your family energy as well, something that felt unresolved, like words that were never fully said, like emotions that were held back out of fear, pride, or timing that never seemed right. And your soulmate. They feel this too, even if they are not physically near you. They sense the weight of everything surrounding you. They feel your emotional world, your struggles, your silent prayers, and it has been affecting them more than you realize. They have been thinking about you, not casually, but deeply, emotionally, constantly revisiting memories, moments, and feelings they tried to suppress. And this is where divine timing begins to reveal itself, because what felt delayed was never denied, it was being prepared. God was not ignoring your situation. He was aligning multiple hearts at once, yours, your soulmates, and even those within your family who are somehow connected to this story. The reason this message came at the perfect time is because something within your soulmate has finally shifted. A realization that they can no longer run from what they feel for you. And at the same time, something within your family is softening, opening, preparing for a change that once seemed impossible. Stay with me, something deeper is unfolding in your love story. Your soulmate has been going through an internal battle, one you could not see, but one that was real, intense, and emotional. They tried to distract themselves, to move on, to convince themselves that what they felt for you was temporary, but it never left. In quiet moments, in late nights, in unexpected memories, your presence kept returning to them. And recently, something happened, something small but powerful, a reminder, a sign. A moment that made them stop and think about you in a way they haven't allowed themselves to in a long time. That moment shook something inside them. It broke through their resistance, and now they are beginning to feel everything again. And as they feel this, they are also thinking about your family, about how everything fits together, about the past, about what went wrong, about what could still be made right. There is regret there, not just about you, but about how things unfolded, about how silence created distance, about how fear stopped them from stepping forward when they should have. And this regret is not pushing them away anymore. It is pulling them closer, guiding them toward a decision they have been avoiding. Do not leave yet. Your soulmate's truth is being revealed. God is using this moment, this perfect timing, to bring clarity where there was confusion. You may have felt recently that something was about to happen, like an emotional tension building, like something was waiting just beneath the surface, and that feeling was not wrong. Your intuition has been picking up on the shift that is now taking place. Your soulmate is no longer in the same emotional state they were before. They are awakening to the depth of this connection, and more importantly, they are realizing that this is not just about them and you. It is something bigger, something that involves purpose, healing, and even your family's path. There were misunderstandings, maybe even judgments, maybe things said or unsaid that created barriers, but those barriers are now weakening. God is softening hearts, including your soulmates and those around you. This is why the message came now, because the environment is finally becoming ready for truth to be spoken and for love to move forward, without the same resistance. Your soulmate misses you more than they admit, more than they show, and more than you think. It is not just a passing thought. It is a deep emotional longing that they have been trying to manage, trying to control, but it is growing stronger instead of fading. They feel your absence in ways that surprise them, in ways that make them question everything they thought they understood about love. Stay with me. Everything about this connection will soon make sense. There is also something important you need to understand. The separation you experienced was not punishment. It was preparation. It was necessary for both of you to grow, to face internal truths, to heal parts of yourselves that could not be healed while you were together. And now, as that healing begins to take effect, the energy between you is changing. Your soulmate is starting to feel drawn back toward you, not out of confusion, but out of clarity. They are thinking about reaching out, not just thinking casually, but seriously considering it, planning it, wondering what they would say, how you would respond, if it is too late, or if there is still a chance. And this internal conversation they are having is being guided by something higher. God is placing you on their heart again, intentionally, repeatedly, in ways they cannot ignore. As it is written in Ecclesiastes 3:1, "To everything there is a season, and a time for every purpose under heaven." And this, my beloved soul, is your time. The time when things that were once out of alignment begin to come back together, not perfectly, but truthfully, authentically, and with purpose. There are signs around you, small but meaningful, moments that remind you of them, dreams, thoughts, emotions that come out of nowhere. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. They are signals that something is moving behind the scenes, something that is preparing both of you for what comes next. Do not scroll away. The shift you've been waiting for is already in motion. Your soulmate is beginning to understand the weight of what they almost lost, and that realization is changing them. It is making them reflect, it is making them feel, and it is pushing them toward action. They are not the same person who walked away or stayed silent before. They are evolving, and that evolution is directly connected to you. And as this happens, your family energy is also shifting. There may be conversations, realizations, or emotional openings that begin to happen soon. Things that create space for this connection to be seen differently, to be understood more deeply, to be accepted in a way it wasn't before. This message came at the perfect time because everything is aligning, not randomly, but intentionally. God is orchestrating a moment where truth, love, and timing meet, and when that happens, things that once felt impossible begin to feel inevitable. Stay with me, because what is about to unfold next will change everything you thought you knew about this connection. And as you remain here, still listening, still feeling this message, something within your soul is already recognizing the truth, because this is not just information, this is confirmation. Your heart has been carrying a quiet knowing for a long time, even when your mind tried to doubt it. Even when circumstances made it look like everything was falling apart, deep inside you felt that this connection was not finished. And now, that feeling is rising again, stronger, clearer, more undeniable than before. Because your soulmate is moving through a moment of awakening that is directly tied to you. They have been replaying conversations, remembering the way you made them feel safe, understood, seen in a way no one else ever did. And what they are realizing now is not just that they miss you, but that they never truly replaced you. They may have tried to move forward, tried to distract themselves with other people, other situations, but nothing carried the same depth, nothing felt as real. And this realization, it is hitting them deeply, almost overwhelmingly, because now they understand what they let slip away. Do not leave yet. Your soulmate's emotions are reaching a turning point. There is a moment approaching, a very specific emotional shift where they will no longer be able to hold everything inside. Right now, they are still balancing between fear and courage, between hesitation and desire, but that balance is starting to break. The weight of their feelings is becoming too strong to ignore, and when that happens, action follows. This is not something distant or uncertain. This is something that is building right now, quietly but powerfully. And as this builds, they are also becoming more aware of how your family energy connects to everything. There may have been misunderstandings before, or situations that created distance or discomfort, but now they are seeing things differently. They are beginning to understand that love is not just about two people, it is about the environment around them, the people connected to them, the emotional space that either supports or challenges the relationship. And instead of running from that, they are starting to think about how to face it, how to approach it with honesty and intention. Stay with me, because a deeper truth is about to surface. Your soulmate has been carrying guilt, not just for the separation, but for the way they handled things, for the silence, for the confusion, for the moments where they chose distance instead of communication. And this guilt has been heavy. It has been something they tried to ignore, but it has not gone away. In fact, it has grown into a form of emotional clarity, because now they can see the consequences of their choices, and more importantly, they can see the value of what they had with you. This is where transformation begins, not in perfection, but in realization. They are changing, not because someone forced them to, but because they feel it deeply inside. They are becoming more emotionally aware, more honest with themselves, more open to the idea that this connection deserves another chance, but this time with truth, with vulnerability, with effort. And you, my beloved soul, you have also been changing. Even if you don't fully see it, even if you still carry pain, you have grown stronger, more aware, more connected to your own worth. The separation taught you things. It showed you parts of yourself that needed healing, and you have been doing that work, even in silence. And that is why this moment is aligning now, because both of you have reached a place where something real can begin again. Stay with me. Everything is aligning in divine timing. There are signs that will continue to appear, not always in obvious ways, but in subtle moments that feel too meaningful to ignore. You might hear their name unexpectedly. You might feel a sudden emotional wave that reminds you of them. You might even sense their presence in a way that feels almost physical. These are not random experiences. They are energetic connections, signals that the bond between you is active, alive, and strengthening again. Your soulmate is also experiencing signs, reminders that bring you back into their thoughts, moments where they cannot escape the feeling that they need to reach out, that they need to say something, that they need to close the distance that was created. And every time they try to push it away, it comes back stronger, clearer, more persistent. As it is written in Song of Solomon 3:34, I have found the one whom my soul loves. And this realization, this deep soul recognition, is exactly what they are beginning to feel again. Not as a memory, but as a present truth. Do not scroll. The moment you've been waiting for is getting closer. There is something else you need to understand, something that may not have been clear before. This connection has a purpose beyond just love. It is meant to bring healing, not just to you and your soulmate, but also to the emotional patterns connected to your family. There are cycles being broken here, misunderstandings being healed, and a new way of relating being created, one that is more honest, more open, more aligned with truth. Your soulmate is being guided. Even if they don't fully realize it, they are being led toward you, toward this connection, toward the truth they can no longer deny. And the closer they get to accepting this, the more their actions will begin to reflect it. They are thinking about what they would say if they reached out. They are imagining the conversation, the apology, the explanation, the vulnerability. They are wondering if you would listen, if you would respond, if there is still a place for them in your life. And this inner dialogue is not fading, it is intensifying. Stay with me, because what is about to happen next is not coincidence, it is destiny unfolding. And as this inner dialogue grows louder inside them, something begins to shift from thought into intention, because there comes a point where emotions can no longer stay hidden, where silence starts to feel heavier than speaking, and your soulmate is reaching that point now. They are beginning to understand that if they do nothing, They may lose you completely, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually, in a way that cannot be reversed. And that realization, it is awakening a sense of urgency within them, a need to act before it feels too late. They are not moving blindly anymore. They are becoming intentional, thoughtful, aware of the depth of what this connection truly is. And this awareness is changing the way they see everything, including your family, including the past situations that once created confusion or resistance. What once felt complicated is now beginning to feel necessary, like every challenge had a purpose, like every delay was shaping them into someone who could finally handle this love the right way. Stay with me. Something powerful is about to be revealed. Your soulmate has started to feel your energy again in a way they cannot explain. It is not just memory, it is presence. There are moments when they feel you as if you are right there, moments when your voice echoes in their mind, when your emotions seem to reach them without words. And this connection, this invisible thread between you, is becoming stronger because both of you are now more open, more aligned, more ready than before. They are beginning to realize that what they feel is not ordinary attachment, it is something deeper, something spiritual, something that does not disappear with time or distance. And once this realization fully settles in, it changes everything, because it removes their ability to ignore it, to deny it, to walk away from it again. Do not leave yet. The truth your heart has been waiting for is unfolding. There is also a moment of vulnerability approaching for them, a moment where they will have to face their own fears, their own past actions, their own mistakes. And instead of running from it like before, they are preparing to face it. This is growth, real growth, the kind that leads to change, the kind that opens the door for something new, something more honest, more stable, more real. And as they move through this, they are also thinking about how to approach your family energy differently. There is a sense of wanting to make things right, not just with you, but with the environment around you. They are beginning to understand that love is not just about feelings, it is about responsibility, about showing up, about being present in a way that creates trust and peace. Stay with me, your love story is entering a new phase. You may start to notice shifts around you, not just internally, but externally as well. Conversations may begin to open, situations may start to change, people who once seemed distant may begin to soften. This is all part of the alignment, part of the preparation for what is coming next. Nothing is random, every movement is connected. Every change is leading toward something greater. Your soulmate is closer than you think, not just physically, but emotionally. The distance that once felt so strong is weakening, and in its place, a new connection is forming, one that is based on truth instead of confusion, on intention instead of hesitation. They are imagining the moment they reach out to you, the words they will say, the way they will finally express everything they have been holding inside. And while they may still feel nervous, still feel unsure of how you will respond, the desire to reconnect is becoming stronger than their fear. Do not scroll. This is the moment everything begins to change. There is a breakthrough energy building, something that cannot be stopped once it fully activates. And you are feeling it too, even if you cannot explain it. It feels like anticipation, like something is about to happen, like your heart is preparing for a moment it has been waiting for. And this is where faith becomes important, because not everything is visible yet, not everything is clear, but the movement is real. God is working behind the scenes, aligning emotions, timing, circumstances, and even the people around you in ways you cannot fully see yet. Your soulmate is being guided step by step, thought by thought, feeling by feeling, toward you. And the closer they get, the more everything begins to make sense, the more the past begins to feel like preparation instead of loss. Stay with me, because what comes next will bring clarity to everything you have been feeling. They are readying themselves, slowly but surely, for a moment of truth. A moment where they will no longer hide, where they will no longer pretend they don't feel this, where they will finally step forward and face the connection that has been calling them back again and again. And when that moment comes, it will not feel forced. It will not feel confusing. It will feel right. It will feel aligned. It will feel like something that was always meant to happen, just waiting for the right time. This message came at the perfect time, because that time is now approaching, not in some distant future, but in a way that is beginning to unfold in your present reality. And as this unfolds, my beloved soul, there is one final truth you must fully receive, not with doubt, not with hesitation, but with complete trust in what your heart has been trying to tell you all along. This connection was never meant to break. It was meant to bend, to transform, to evolve into something stronger than it ever was before. What you felt was real, what they felt was real. And even in the silence, even in the distance, that truth never disappeared. It only waited for the right moment to rise again. Your soulmate is now standing at that moment, whether you see them or not, whether you hear from them yet or not. They are there, emotionally, spiritually, preparing themselves to step back into your life with a different energy, a more honest heart, a deeper understanding of what you truly mean to them. They are no longer looking at you through confusion. They are seeing you through clarity, through realization, through a love they can no longer deny. Stay with me. This is where everything shifts into alignment. They have been thinking about what they lost, but more importantly, they have been thinking about what they can still rebuild. And this thought, this possibility, it is giving them courage. The fear that once held them back is being replaced by a quiet determination, a willingness to take a step they were once too afraid to take. And this step, when it comes, will not be small. It will carry the weight of everything they have been holding inside, everything they never said, everything they now feel ready to express. And you will feel it, not just through words, but through energy, through presence, through a shift that feels undeniable. Because when something is divinely aligned, it does not feel forced, it flows, it arrives in a way that feels both surprising and familiar at the same time. Do not leave yet. The final piece of your love story is coming into view. There is also healing happening within your family energy, whether it is visible or not. Hearts are softening, perspectives are changing, and situations that once felt tense or blocked are beginning to open. This does not mean everything will be perfect instantly, but it means the resistance that once stood in the way is no longer as strong as it used to be. And this change, this softening, is part of the reason why your soulmate now feels more ready, more supported, more capable of stepping forward. They are not just thinking about you, they are feeling you, sensing you, connecting with you in ways that go beyond logic. And this connection, this deep soul bond, is guiding them, pulling them, leading them back toward you with a quiet but powerful force that they can no longer ignore. Stay with me, because this is the moment your heart has been waiting for. There will be a moment, very soon, where everything becomes clear, where confusion is replaced with understanding, where silence is replaced with communication, where distance is replaced with presence. And when that moment arrives, it will not feel like something new. It will feel like something returning, something that was always yours finding its way back to you. Your soulmate will come with truth, with emotion, with a sincerity that reflects everything they have been through, everything they have realized, everything they now understand about this connection. And you will see it in their eyes, in their words, in their energy. You will feel that this is not the same situation repeating, this is a new chapter beginning. Do not scroll, receive this fully, because this is your confirmation. Everything you went through had a purpose, every delay, every moment of doubt, every tear, every question. It was all part of the preparation for this alignment. Nothing was wasted, nothing was meaningless. It all led to this point where both of you are now ready to experience this connection in a deeper, more grounded, more truthful way. God has been guiding this the entire time, even when it felt silent, even when it felt distant, even when it felt like nothing was happening. Behind the scenes, things were moving, hearts were changing, paths were aligning, and now, what was once hidden is beginning to reveal itself. Your soulmate is coming back not just with feelings, but with intention. Not just with words, but with action. Not just with hope, but with a willingness to build something real with you. And this is your confirmation, it is already on its way. Rest in faith. It is done.